Hello, welcome to Kimm Crafted. Now, today I am going to start to talk to you about my hysterectomy journey. This is video 1. Tomorrow I am going in for a partial hysterectomy. It will be done laparoscopically, if I'm saying that correctly. It started that a couple of years ago. They found that I had uterine fibroids, which explained a lot of the pain that I had been having during my menstrual cycle. Even during ovulation, there was a lot of pain. And there was a very heavy flow during my menstruation. So now my gynecologist suggested that first we could try to do, it's called a uterine ablation. So I had that done in January of 2020. Now the uterine ablation, what happens is that they go in and with like a mesh wiring, and I know I'm not going to explain this perfectly, but they go in with a mesh lining and they kind of burn the lining of your uterus, and it's just a quick procedure. I had it done last year. It normally stops periods. But my gynecologist said because of the fibroids that it may not work 100%, and of course it didn't work 100%. I was period free for a few months. I had the operation done at the beginning of January of 2020. By the end of March 2020, of course the world shut down and my body started up again. So I did have a menstrual cycle at the end of March, again at the end of April, at the beginning of July, and then at the beginning of August. And I talked to my gynecologist during this time, and in August of 2020 she suggested that we do the partial hysterectomy. Obviously because the ablation didn't work. Even during those cycles it was a lot heavier, and it was like the pain did not go away. So she told me that because of the pandemic, that even though I would be at the top of the list for hysterectomy, that it would still take a long time, and of course it did. So this was in August of 2020. Then the first week of January 2020, 2021, I got a call from my gynecologist's office, and they booked me in for my surgery for February 8th, 2021. And I hadn't had any menstrual cycles from the beginning of August until that phone call. So I was like, I said to the nurses that called me, I said, well, I'd like to speak to my gynecologist because I'm not sure if I even need it done now, because I hadn't had a menstrual cycle during that whole time. So they're like, oh, okay. So they scheduled my gynecologist to call me on January 13th. Well, January 11th, Aunt Flo came back with a vengeance. So I guess it was kind of a blessing that it did happen, because I probably would have canceled the surgery. So I talked to my gynecologist still, informed her what happened, and she said, okay, well, we're still going through with it. So tomorrow I'm going in to the hospital alone because there is still a pandemic happening. It is February 7th, 2021, and I live in Northern Ontario, in Canada. So we are now in a lockdown situation. So my husband will be dropping me off at the hospital, and then I'll have to go in alone. I'm gonna put my big girl panties on and sit there and have my operation, come out of my operation alone, and the nurses there will call my husband about half an hour before they discharge me tomorrow, hopefully, and then he'll have to pull up to the front of the hospital. The nurses will wheel me out and pop me in the vehicle, and then my husband will bring me home. So my surgery is at 10:15 in the morning, and I have to be there 3 hours before. I have to start fasting 10 hours before, so by 15 minutes after midnight tonight I can't have any solids. I can't have clear fluids up until 3 hours before the surgery. So like water, juice, clear juice, no orange juice. I can have apple juice. Mostly I usually just drink water anyway, so that's not going to be a problem. So I am very nervous. My mom had a hysterectomy done, and when she had it done, she had some issues that her bladder had somehow fused to her uterus, so they had to remove part of her bladder with the uterus because it was fused to it, I guess. I don't know. So they she had to wear a catheter for a month while her bladder healed itself. So I'm kind of hoping I'm not like my mom in this situation. I do have a history of surgeries not going well for me. Of course, the ablation did not go well for me. It didn't work. I went through the pain for nothing, and a year of not knowing what was really going to happen. So but I also had LASIK eye surgery done, which did not it didn't work 100%. I'm still supposed to wear glasses. I only wear them for reading now though. I had a bad wisdom tooth that had to be taken out. I was there for 4 hours. Lucky thing I was sedated because I don't remember that much. But apparently the tooth broke into pieces and took them a while to get it out. I also had a root canal. The very first root canal I had done was not done very well. Could have been me, but the little pick that they use to clean out the root broke inside of the hole after they pulled the root out. So if you actually look at my x-rays, my dental x-rays, I do have a little piece of metal stuck in my mouth. It's still there. So now, so tomorrow, I'm just hoping that everything goes well. So if there's going to be a part 2 of this video, then hopefully it did go well, and I'll let you know how it went. So I guess I will see you in the next video. Wish me luck.